Previously on All My Children.
I'm gonna tell Liza everything, Adam. But first, I'm gonna have some fun.
I want to be an honorable man. That's why I can't make love with you tonight.
David Hayward. Hey!
Have a good morning.
You two are a piece of work. Look, I feel kind of... I don't want to tread on your turf at all, but if there's anything I can do, I'll do it.
Do for whom?
For you and Jillian. Get you guys back together.
Hey, good morning, baby cakes. Oh, what can I get for you? Do you want some pancakes and sausage, or eggs and bacon, home fries, grits, oatmeal, fruit?
Mama, nothing. Just coffee. Hot, black, and strong. Hold the food.
Hold the food, but you love breakfast.
Not today. I got a headache. It's killing my appetite.
A headache? Oh, did you hurt yourself on that mysterious mission with Adrian last night? Is that what happened?
No, I'm fine.
Well, then how come the headache?
'Cause I bruised my ego.
And here, take this,
Thanks.
honey. Somehow the ego and the head are connected, is that it?
They seem to be.
Well, you want some aspirin?
Oh, thanks, Mom. I already took one. I'm just waiting for it to kick in.
Well, at least, looks like you and Adrian are hitting it off.
Well, I really wouldn't call it that.
Oh, my goodness, you're snarking already this morning. Just like a brother.
There's no way I'm related to that doofus.
Doofus. Doofus. So you're convinced that we were jumped just because I was there?
You're damn straight. That's why I work solo.
Am I to believe that in all of your golden years with the company, not one hair on your whatever was singed?
No, it was not.
Right. And Mother Goose lives next door in a shoe.
Tad, the bottom line is that we're back where we started, all right?
Hey, one little scuffle and you're gonna call it quits?
No, but it should have never happened.
Yeah, because I shouldn't have been there.
No, because I shouldn't have been there. This thing was borderline from the word go.
Uh-huh. Let me get this straight. It's all right for you to bend the rules for God and country, but not for your own flesh and
The
blood.
good of many, Tad.
There is a many here, Adrian. Dixie's son, my niece, my best friend. Adam Chandler's not going to ruin their lives. Not if I'm around to stop it.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, my watch. Can't function without it.
This isn't about time. At least not the strangled constraints of Satan.
You're always so oblique in the morning.
Are you forgetting that I promised you a surprise?
Oh, I'm running late. Now, I haven't looked at the figures for the WRCW budget, and my feet are killing me. I'm never gonna make it.
Liza, you're about to give birth and you're about to become my wife. You deserve some time off.
Aw. Then I'll take some time off.
When? When? Are you going to have a business meeting on the way into the delivery room? Liza, come on. This should be the happiest time in our lives. We should be savoring every minute of it, not running off to budget meetings.
Adam, the station doesn't run itself.
Well, yes, it does. It's called delegating.
It's called benign neglect.
RCW can survive. But if you miss the wonder of this new life coming into the world, about a year from now, you're going to be very sorry.
Are you speaking from experience? That you've missed a few miracles along the way?
To my eternal regret.
So your surprise is to spare me regret.
Well, I'm trying to ensure your good times. You are, after all, in love with the most fantastic man in the world. And he's very rich. It could be a lot of fun.
You're right. I guess we alpha types need to be reminded every now and then to check our priorities.
Yes.
And you are fun, and the most wonderful man in the world.
Now, that is the voice of reason.
Oh, did I say sometimes the most wonderful man in the world sometimes?
If you're in the picture, sometimes will be all times.
Promise?
I promise.
On what? You gotta promise on something.
I promise on the happiness that I plan to have with the most incredible woman God ever made.
Okay. So, what's my surprise, Mr. Wonderful?
Rudy said Liza won't be back for an hour. We've got scads of time.
For what? You thinking about playing one of those games?
Not now. Maybe later we can fit that in. I meant we've got plenty of time to find it.
Find what?
Well, you know, for all the finishing touches I want for Liza's wedding, we're gonna need lots of it.
Lots of what?
And I think I know just where she stashed it.
Okay.
Okay. Ha-ha! Here it is.
That's the rubber pouch we found in the lake. What's that got to do with Liza's wedding?
Now, I think we'll be able to get a lot more done if we split up. You go down to the flower place and tell them we want those deluxe combo bouquets, and I'm going to take care of the caterer. Order all the food that Liza is crazy about, plus tons and tons of the best caviar. She loves caviar. Thank God she's marrying a man who can afford it. And also, we want to do that little special item we talked about.
The truffles.
Mm-hmm. Flown in from Provence. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Marion, what are you doing?
Well, we have to give the caterer a deposit.
Well, we can't use that money.
Why not?
Well, for starters, Adam said he wanted to pay for everything.
Oh, rubbish. Let, him give his billions to Colby, and you and I'll pay for the wedding.
But that's not our money to spend.
Of course it is, Stuart. It's been over a week since we pulled it out of the lake, and no one's claimed it. And you know the finders keepers rule.
Which rule is that?
Well, after 3 days, the item becomes the property of the findee.
Well, that's not a rule. You just made that up. But there is a rule about if you find something that belongs to somebody else.
And what's that?
Well, if it's valuable, then you find out who it belongs to and you return it. That could be somebody's life savings. They may be missing it real bad.
Do you pay all your legal bills in cash?
Just those I don't want traced.
Always the careful player.
Nobody needs to know my personal business.
But someone may be very interested.
You? I never stop thinking of you either.
I don't flatter myself, David. You may want to keep your money after you hear what happened in my office last night.
Did something happen?
There was a break-in. The files that you gave me for safekeeping were stolen.
Really? Were there other files stolen or just mine?
Just yours.
Did you notify the police?
I thought that I should check with you first.
Good thinking.
Whatever's in that file must be important.
I would say that it's life-changing.
Then you'd better be very careful.
I'm very careful. But coming to you was my insurance.
I don't like the sound of this.
Leslie, you have nothing to worry about. But somebody else does.
Yes, and this somebody doesn't mind breaking the law.
Or using it for his convenience. But in this case, there would be no defense.
How intriguing. This is obviously something on a personal level.
Oh, I would say on a devastatingly personal level. You see, somebody who's very powerful did something very foolish, and I know all about it.
That puts you in a dangerous position.
I am not going to be stopped.
Stopped from what?
He's not the only one who can up the ante.
Is this knowledge you have worth the risk of having it?
It's worth more.
Well, I would hate to see you get hurt.
Don't worry about me, Leslie. As you said, I'm a very careful player. And when the stakes go up, my mind gets keener. And the stakes most definitely just went up.
Well, you know, I guess I just thought that if you and Tad worked together on something, that it might bring you closer.
I'm sorry, Opal. I don't think that's in the cards.
Beginning to wonder if I might have driven you further apart.
If that's possible.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. But, what exactly does Adam Chandler have to do with all this?
I can't say.
Emphasis on can't. Strange what a small world it is.
In which way?
Well, you know, I had my date with Marion last night, and I was telling her about Tad and about you, and, guess who should show up at the table? None other than Adam Chandler.
He did.
Well, yeah, he is Marion's brother-in-law, and I guess he was just being sociable, but...
Well, what did he say?
Well, nothing much. Just asked about you.
Wait a minute, about me?
Yeah, he said he heard me mention your name, and he wondered if I knew you. And, of course, when I told him that, yes, I did, you were my son, his teeth just about dropped out of his head. And then when I confirmed that you'd been in the intelligence business, well, he hightailed it out of that room faster than greased lightning.
I bet he did.
Adrian, what is going on? How are you and Tad involved with Adam Chandler?
Opal, I respect you a great deal. Always will. You gave birth to me, hung around to see that I got started off the right way.
And you turned out so fine, Adrian. I'm so proud.
I know you just want things to kind of fall in place, as if Tad and I were really brothers.
You are really brothers.
No, we're not. We're accidental brothers, Opal. We're never gonna be anything else. I wish you would get so invested in this dream of yours that we're all gonna be just one big happy family.
Well, it can happen.
I don't think so.
Well, please don't give up on it, okay?
Look, Opal, this is not my dream, and it's not Tad's. I'm still the same kid that grew up in Alabama. Tad's the one that grew up here in Pine Valley.
Yeah, well, people can change.
We're two separate people, living in two separate worlds. Look, this family thing isn't gonna happen.
Before you are deluged with wedding plans and bottles and babies and diapers,
Baby.
I want to take you far, far away. To the most wonderful romantic adventure you've ever experienced.
Today, this morning?
Immediately.
Adam, you weren't listening. I am not going to be very far from shouting distance of the Pine Valley Hospital.
I was listening. I was listening.
Well, then you know that Colby is due to be born, and our wedding is even more imminent.
Yes, that's exactly why I want to take you away. Now, close your eyes.
Why?
Close them.
Why?
Well,
You're
because
scaring
I
me.
want you to see the picture I'm about to paint for you.
Oh.
Okay. Close them. Close them. That's it. Oh, beautiful. Now I want you to completely relax, let your mind go blank, and just listen.
What am I listening for?
Just close your eyes. You're listening to the sound of water gently lapping up against a grassy bank. We're on a balcony. We're overlooking a hushed valley. And the smell of sycamore and fresh cut flowers. And the breeze is so gentle in your skin. It feels caressed. The temperature is wonderful.
Where are we?
You're with me, that's where you are. There are no telephones, no secretaries rapping at your door. Just us, just me and you. The two of us. Together. We only have each other to care about. No worries, no appointments.
No board meetings?
Nope. Just you and me, so close together that we can feel each other breathe. And we can can hear each other's thoughts, our spirits melting into one.
Total communion.
Total communion, total happiness. Totally.
I told you I'm not going to travel.
Who said anything about traveling?
You did. You said you wanted to take me somewhere far, far away.
No. I wasn't talking in miles. No. No, I guarantee we will be within shouting distance of the hospital and the Wildwind Chapel, I swear. But our hearts and souls will be in another universe.
All right. All matter and time, it's space. What space are we going to be in?
Well, the exact coordinates are part of the surprise. But I guarantee our voyage will be an undiluted delight. What do you say?
All right. Take me away.
Darling, I have just a couple of tiny last-minute details to take care of, but when you see me again, we will not be apart from each other until after we're married. Okay? On this voyage of ours, no one will be able to find us. I love you. I love you.
Oh, what did you forget?
I waited till I saw him leave. Liza, there's something you have to know. Something very important.
See you later.
It's a game of deception.
I know you want me as much as I want you.
The plan is set.
We have one short week to prove that you and Carly are the perfect parents.
Has Carly met her match?
I can take care of AJ.
You're underestimating me. General Hospital, your great escape on ABC Daytime.
Watching you two guys is like getting your toenails ripped out.
Try not to watch if it's so painful.
I try not to. It's hard not to look. And Jillian is... she's really hurting right now.
She's not the only one.
Well, then do something about it.
Oh, there's nothing to be done about it.
Oh, come on. I've seen you two. You're absolutely in love with her. She's in love with you.
How do you know that?
I have eyes.
Well, love isn't everything.
It's a pretty big chunk of it.
Look, Jake, really, you have no idea.
Well, maybe you have a problem. But come on. Problems can be solved.
Sometimes.
But I got this person that they do couples counseling. You should give them a phone call.
Why are you so interested?
I guess it's a habit. Occupational hazard.
You like Jillian, don't you?
Yeah, I do. What's not to like about her? I've seen her at the hospital with patients. She's a very decent person. She's very sweet. I know she buries all that in this glitz and glam she throws around, and plus she's hilarious.
She doesn't even mean to be.
Well, that's what's so funny about her. Look, she goes straight at something with all the energy in the world, and then, you know, when she fouls things up, inevitably, you can't help but laugh. And the great thing about her is she lets you laugh. She's got a great sense of humor.
As serious as she is about life, she's definitely got a good angle on why things get screwed up.
So she's flexible, and you're understanding. Why don't you guys just patch things up? I know, and it's none of my business.
No, it's not that. Just this mess can't be solved. But what's going on with Jillian and I think we just gotta find our own way.
Well, I wish you luck. And like I said before, if you need any help, anything, just let me know.
I appreciate that, Jake. Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you for helping Jillian, too.
Absolutely, absolutely. I gotta get to work.
All right.
All right, take care, man.
Yeah, you too.
Look, old boy, I hate to dump on your dreamers, but Tad and I, we're never gonna be pals.
Well, I certainly would never want to force anything. I just thought it might happen, you know, on its own, the way puppies learn to like each other, even though they snap and snark at each other. I mean,
maybe that's it. I mean, if Tad and I had met when we were younger, but I can hardly stand to be in the same room with the guy, let alone act like we're related.
I guess there's nobody to blame for that but me, is there? I mean, if I was just so young and stupid and scared, then if I could
No.
could've-
The only person who was wrong back then was Ray Gardner. Look, you brought me into this world. You gave me life. And you hung out for a long time, as long as you could. That must have taken a lot of guts back in those days. A hell of a lot of guts.
I guess. But I'm not giving up on you two characters, so there.
Now I'm starting to see where Tad gets this stubborn streak from.
Hey, me and Tad, we're not the only ones.
Yeah, touche.
And, about those stock options?
Cortland Electronics?
Yeah, well, look, if you won't let me give you this stuff, could you at least help me out with it? You know, my snake of an ex, he is going to be playing down and dirty with me about that. I just know it, and I could sure use somebody sharp on my team.
I already,
Yeah,
thought
but
about-
just give it a little thought before you turn me down. Could you do that?
Hello, Opal.
Hello there, sweetheart.
Peter and I had a splendid time,
Oh, I am so happy to hear that.
and I am returning him promptly, just as you so kindly reminded me to do.
There is breakfast in the kitchen, honey bunch.
You still around, Mr. Sword?
You better believe it, Cortland. Hey, Petey, how's it going?
Hi.
Hey. Like your new glove?
It's cool.
Right, now, you remember what we talked about? What you're gonna say to your mother?
Coffee? What do you have?
Well, we came up. If it isn't my two favorite plumbers. Good morning, boys.
Go away, Hayward.
My, we're cranky this morning, aren't we? Last night's caper keep you up too late?
Go bother someone else.
When you're so much fun?
Mr. Chandler and I are having a meeting.
Really? You're planning more break-ins? Don't you remember me telling you that I had multiple copies of those troublesome files in other places? Don't get too comfortable, Adam.
You're way out of your league, Hayward.
We'll see.
There isn't the man born who can intimidate me.
Is that so?
Yes, that's so. If you think you're the exception, you're in for a surprise.
No, I think Liza's the one that's in for the surprise. A rather ugly one.
You'll never get to Liza.
Come on, Adam. I'll get to Liza. Either by letter, on the phone, perhaps at a chance meeting. But sooner or later, Liza's going to get the news.
Why are you doing this?
Well, as I already told your client, I enjoy inflicting pain. Can't do it on the job, so got to get my kicks somewhere else. And I am definitely going to get my kicks out of this. Watching your face when Liza finds out that you fathered her baby and not Jake.
Be careful what you say, Hayward. It could come back to hurt you.
No, you better be careful of your next move, Adam. Breaking and entering? Now, that's definitely over the edge. And definitely difficult to explain to Liza, don't you think? Well, perhaps not as difficult as that baby stuff, but tricky nonetheless.
I'm gonna grind him into bits.
If he doesn't get you first.
He won't.
Have you got something planned?
The moment it's duck and cover. I'm taking Liza out of town till after we're married. He won't know where we are, so we can't get to her.
Then what? You can't keep her away from Hayward forever.
I'll handle it. In the meantime, get a restraining order against that creep.
On what grounds?
Why do you think I hired you? Find something. Just get it done.
It won't be easy. He's a doctor.
Just get it done.
I don't want to hear it.
Wait a minute, you don't even know what I'm gonna say.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. It's going to be about Adam. Oh, he's this terrible guy, and And if you marry him, you'll be sorry the rest of your life. Same old, same old.
It's
Just
not
forget
the
it.
same old, same old.
Oh, new old? Give it up.
Just a second, all right? Just hear me out. Now, you remember when I didn't want to hear about Dixie? I didn't want you to mention her name, but you found the tape she made, and you kept after me until I saw it.
So what has to do with Adam and me?
You kept after me until I knew the truth.
Tad, we care about each other. We want what's best for each other.
1,000%.
Okay, so what are you saying to me? That you have some tape and Adam's doing some terrible thing and you want me to watch it?
I got better than tape.
Oh, a written contract in blood, sealed in hell?
Barry Shire hired Adrian to break into a lawyer's office.
Adrian? Your brother, Adrian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he does that kind of thing?
No, he doesn't. I pressured him into doing it.
What's the connection here?
Originally, Shire wanted him to torch the office.
Arson? Oh, well, this gets better and better.
Naturally, Adrian declined. Then Shire mentioned he only was interested in one file. That's when I persuaded Adrian to do it. Last night, we both broke into the office.
So now you're felons. What does this have to do with Adam?
Oh, come on, Liza. You know as well as I do. If Barry Shire's running around handing out money for people to do dirty work, Adam's the one pulling the string.
Well, wait a second. This could just be business.
It was a crime.
It was a two-bit heist. I mean, it could be business, just mergers, acquisitions, industrial spying, you know, that kind of thing.
It was illegal.
How do I make myself clear? I don't care.
The name on the file was David Hayward.
All My Children will be back in a moment here on ABC.
Dr. Hayward is not the president of some pharmaceutical company, and I highly doubt he's involved in some takeover. What was Adam after?
I don't know. Did you see the file? Did you look inside of it?
Hey.
Hi.
I come bearing gifts. Hey, found a. Hey, no, it's not that original. It's a bear. It's got a.
Thank you.
Something's going down here.
Yeah, something you should hear about.
Oh, come on, Tad. This is speculation at best.
Speculation that the father of your child should hear about.
Adam's done something.
No, come on. Talk about a smoking gun. Just take a couple of steps back. Did you see inside the file?
No, as a matter of fact, two guys burst in and took it from us. I got a bump on the head, they got the file.
Oh, I see. So that was probably Adam too, right? A man for all seasons. Come on, Tad. Adam doesn't go around burgling offices.
No, he pays other people to do it.
We're back at the same point. I don't care.
Look, Liza, I don't care what was in the file. Maybe Adam was trying to get some dirt on Hayward, or maybe Hayward's got some dirt on Adam. It doesn't matter.
What does?
What matters is that you agreed to marry the man because he told you he changed, right? He doesn't do nefarious things. He doesn't break the law. He doesn't hire other people to do it for him. Wrong. He's still the same old Adam Chandler. You gotta look at the facts before it's too late.
Oh, but Stuart, this is a godsend.
No, it's not a godsend. That's not our money, and we can't spend it.
Says who?
Says the rules.
The rules are finders keepers. We found it, we get to keep it.
No, not when it's like this, Marion. No. I know that you want to go all out for Adam and Liza's wedding. But thank you. We can do that. We have enough money to pay for it.
Well, why should we deplete our resources?
Because those resources may be somebody else's only resources. They may really need it.
Well, if they needed it, they wouldn't put it in a pouch and throw it into a lake, especially not $100,000 of it.
Well, maybe that's not how it got there. You don't know that.
I think I do.
But I think we should find out who owns it and return it to them.
You really think that's what we should do?
Positively. It's our responsibility.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. And how do we go about that? You dear, sweet, darling man, you. What do? We put an ad in the paper or something?
Maybe.
Oh, no. Everybody'd be claiming it was theirs. Bad idea.
Well, I know what I have to do, and I know how I'm going to do it. It's practical, and it's right. no matter what the world says, we still have to be honest.
We had a really good time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, we could have fun like that all the time. Maybe you should ask your mother. Well, maybe you should just tell your mother that we'd like to visit me every weekend instead of twice a month.
But that's not allowed.
Oh, nonsense. Of course it's allowed if you ask. You can do that, can't you? Just tell your mother that you want to spend more time with your dad.
I guess.
Oh. Well, father and son ought to stick together, shouldn't they? Be pals. That's what you want, isn't it? Good. Good boy. All right. You go on and have your breakfast. And I'll be to get you just as soon as I can.
It isn't easy, is it?
Ryan, what happened last night, it was my fault, and I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Jillian. There was no fault.
No, I knew what I wanted to happen, and you know, I'm sorry.
You're not to blame.
No, it should never have happened, and it's my fault. Sorry.
Look, if anyone's to blame, it was me. But I know how to handle this. I've come to a decision. I let things get out of hand last night. I should have known better than to touch you. I know what could have happened.
It's a natural thing.
Look, I was fooling myself thinking that I could live with you here, seeing you every night. I can't do it.
I'll be good, I promise.
I'm moving out tomorrow.
No, Ryan, you shouldn't have to do that. I'll go.
Look, I left a note from Myrtle already explaining everything, and I want you to know that I'm going to continue paying your rent just like I promised.
No, you don't have to. No, I mean, you know, Dimitri's giving me an allowance, and hopefully I'll have a paying job soon. It was really great being married to you, Ryan, but it's time for me to be independent, so I don't want you taking on the responsibility of paying any more bills. I'll be fine, really.
It's a great-looking glove you got there.
Daddy gave it to me.
You did. Dads are great people, aren't they? They take care of us, they teach us, they love us. Sometimes they even take us fishing. Did I ever tell you about the time I went fishing with my dad on the river?
I like to fish.
You do? Well, maybe one day I'll take you fishing.
Yeah.
You'd like that, huh? Well, the first time I went fishing with my dad, I believe I was about your age. And we'd each caught one fish, and we were trying to catch another. These two men came along, and they started saying really bad things to us.
Like what?
Oh, like move on, or we weren't supposed to be fishing on this river. You know, just things like that. I looked up at my dad to see what he would do. My dad told those guys to get lost, that we had every right to fish on that river just as much as they did.
What happened?
Well, the men looked really surprised, like they weren't used to people not doing what they had told them to do. And then they kind of backed down, like most bullies do, when people don't do what they tell them to.
Good.
And from that day on, I thought my dad was the best dad in the world. I'd do anything he told me to, just as long as it was right. You see, he taught me that, too. You can do anything that people tell you to do as long as it's right. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, what are you two doing in here? Your breakfast is getting... Well, why do I have the feeling that you two fellas have been sharing some secrets, huh?
I love you, Mommy.
Oh, honey. Well, I love you, too.
I want to live with you forever and ever.
Well, that's good, because that's just the way it's going to be.
I love being with you and my new brother.
Oh, Adrian?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he is cool. Now, what about your breakfast? You go run along and get it, huh? And you, mister, you gonna eat or what?
Well, first, something I need to tell you.
Well, we might not have gotten that file, but somebody did.
He's a changed man, huh?
We don't know that there's a definite Adam connection.
Please, what are the odds?
What could Hayward have over Adam that is so heavy that Adam would risk jail time to get it?
I don't know how many times I have to make this clear, but we don't know that Adam is behind it.
I'd bet money on it.
Liza, you know Adam is involved in this. Don't you want to find out what he's up to? Colby is going to be living under the same roof as him. Like, if anything, you owe it to her to find out what's going on.
You asked me to think about the Cortland stock.
Have you decided to accept it?
I won't take any handouts or gifts.
Oh, well, no.
But I will help you with the company.
You mean it?
Yes, I'll do whatever it takes. Write proposals, go to board meetings with you, whatever.
Well, I'm speechless. That's a rare occasion.
I believe you.
Well, what made you change your mind?
I remembered an old fishing story.
Well, whatever it was, I'm just so happy you're gonna help me.
Yes, right. Lost and found. Okay, found. A plastic, sort of rubbery pouch found in Pine Valley Lake. Must identify contents to claim. That's it. Okay, thank you.
This is a whole new way of doing things for me, and it really feels wonderful.
Does it really?
Yes, and you were so clever the way you worded that. I mean, I really think we're going to find the rightful owner.
Oh, Marion, you wait until you see the grateful look on the face of the woman or man who owns that $100,000. You're going to be as happy as you can be.
Jillian Andrassi Lavery. Are you working in the hospital now? What a delightful surprise.
Don't make any trouble for me, David.
I wouldn't dream of it.
You stay away from me and I'll stay away from you.
Why so harsh?
Just get away from me.
You're speaking to me as if I'm some kind of a creep. Would a creep be so forgiving?
Forgiving of what?
Financial debt. You still owe me the $100,000 that Ryan threw into the lake.
You owe me my life. You ruined everything for me. You spoiled everything Ryan and I had and could ever had. And I will never forgive you for that.
You don't have any proof.
Come on, Liza. In your heart, you know he's up to his eyeballs in this thing.
I know he's been acting strangely. You know, sort of rushing me to the altar and everything, but it doesn't make him a crook. I don't believe that.
You know what I believe? I believe Adam does love you, as much as he can love another human being, but that doesn't make him a decent guy. He's not good enough for you.
Certainly not good enough for my daughter.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
On the next All My Children.
Well, look who's here. Right on cue.
As holder of half of Cortland Enterprises, I'm here to take my seat on the board.
I hope now's not a bad time
For what?
to sign the divorce papers.